Okay. Okay, guys. So this is what I did today. I'll show you guys a couple of videos. I will show you guys organizations that are designed to assist black and minorities overcome this racial imbalance or racial injustice, so to speak. And that goes to housing discrimination and police brutality, segregation, discrimination, disparities of different forms that exist in every state, that exist in the state. And these organizations that I will show you guys the video, and they are engineered. Their objectives are to ensure that me and you get the benefits that we are entitled to have. It wasn't feasible today. It wasn't a good feel. For some reason, these organizations that are minority owned, but being monetarily funded by people who don't look like us. Whenever I go to get information, for some reason, it seems like they don't want to give me the information, or they don't want to make known the information to me. It seems like everything is so discreet. And when I walked in, it feels like the IRS is there to scrutinize what they do. And which of course is not a problem to me. But if you run an organization that's responsible to ensure that black people, Native Americans, and minorities get the benefit that they need to get, when I come there and ask you guys for information, those information should be made available. There should be no hesitation. There should be no fear. There should be no doubt what I'm going to do with the information. As long as you're serving the people right, you don't have to worry about that. But it seems like whenever I walk through these doors to get information as to what they do, and if the services are actually benefiting blacks and minority, it seems like some level of fear. He might say something about this and that, which of course I would. If I believe that even though you're black owned, if you're not really serving black people or serving minority people, I'm not going to just not say something about that. We know that entities that are led and owned by white people don't really fund black people well. We know that, right? So when you go to a white entity that states, we will make sure these services go to black people. Those services never go to black people in totality. It doesn't. What they do, they send 10% of the services to black people, and they take that rest of the services into the white neighborhoods. So we know that. We know that organizations that claim to be there to help the least and suppress, we know they are benefiting from that. We know that. But when it comes to organizations that are getting funded just to assist black people, black owned, I expect some level of accountability. And meaning that when you see the white organization very corrupt and not do what it's supposed to do, and then you as a black organization, I expect you to do more because you understand what is at stake. But whenever I walk into the black-owned or black-owned organization that's supposed to help the homeless people, the black and minority, it's on fear. I don't understand why they got some fear. It's like the police don't want to give me information because the police know, the white police know, they and I don't get along. So I understand that. But for black-owned organization or organization that's supposed to help the homeless or the oppressed, housing discrimination, when I ask question, what do you do? How many blacks and how many minority have you given housing to? I expect some response. But it's always like, we don't know, we don't have the information. Go on the website. You go on the website, it's not even there. I'm just saying, when we are to make sure, if we're going to make sure that the white organization that don't really have our best interest, when we have organization who looks like us, they're all supposed to have our best interest. And overall, and the bottom, that's a fact. And that's the objective of what I'm saying. We got to make sure we hold our own people accountable because we know the white organization